When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal stations into which the law of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind require that they should declare a course which impel them to the separation. This is the first paragraph of the document signed on July 4th, 1776, known as the first foundation document of the United States of America, the Declaration of Independence. Please note that the Founding Fathers saw no legitimate claim to power in any government unless God approved of it. And yet, we have a growing mass of people in America that seem to believe that the authority of government is absolute. Well, we go into the second paragraph. And it gets into some interesting stuff. Okay. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator, again, mention of God, with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted. I have never agreed with that statement. I absolutely think the Founding Fathers were foolish to even believe that governments ever needed to be instituted. But the Founding Fathers did believe it, so let's go further. Governments are instituted among men, deriving these just powers from the consent of the governed. In other words, the government cannot exist unless the people in which the government governs over allow it to. Pope John Paul II famously said that there is no such thing as an unpopular government, because the moment it becomes unpopular, the population overthrows it. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter this government through election or to abolish it through revolution and to institute a new government. Okay. So we're to this point right now in America where we absolutely know beyond a shadow of a doubt that our elections are rigged, The elected officials, along with the deep state, don't care anything about what the people need or want. How Kamala Harris actually handled the hurricanes this year illustrates that wonderfully. And yet at the same time, we are still playing this game with a stupid election when we should be loading our guns and going after these people that are systematically taking our rights and forgetting that they work for us. Keep in mind that the taxes that they steal from us are their wages. If we stop paying taxes, the government does not function at all. Some say that they will just continue to print money and devalue the dollar. Yeah, okay, but they can only do that so far. And then they'd have to be bailed out by another country. Well, guess what? The United States of America... The United States of America has become a bully throughout the rest of the world. Our government is hated and has been hated for decades. So do you really think that there's any kind of goodwill with these foreign governments that we have been bullying for decades, to the point that they would bail us out if our currency got to the point that it is literally worth nothing on the international stage? I think people need to think about that this election, because this is where we're going with it. We need to get rid of the corruption in Congress. Hell, get rid of Congress. We don't need it. And we certainly don't need NATO. All right. I just wanted to throw this at you because this is the first founding document in American history. It is important to note that it was actually written in English. Therefore, we do have a national language, contrary to what the idiots on the Democrat side want to say. And it's not Spanish. Any immigrant that's actually respectful of the country that they go into learns the language before they enter. And it should be a law upheld that any immigrant that comes in legally does not need a translator for anything regarding his or her immigration situation. All right. I'm Anatolian Tulisova, and this is Patriots Must Rise. Please like and subscribe.